Monday morning, where are we? What are we doing?
Nashville, Tennessee, Earth.
Earth, universe, whatever, what have you, Milky Way, where are we? I don't know. But we're looking at the very sexy Mesa Boogie Rosette 300-2.8. So Mesa Boogie, as you know, probably all of you viewers out there in YouTube land or online land, whatever you want to call it, they're known for making big, loud electric amps. Fabulous, they're great at it, you know. But now they're stepping into the softer, gentler acoustic realm, which MTV would call unplugged, but we all know that's nonsense.
Misnomer.
Yeah, they're all plugged in, man. Anyway, the truth is, if you're a professional musician playing acoustic instruments, you are plugged in. That's just the way it is, man. Sorry.
Hate to break it to you.
Yeah, hate to say it. Yeah, you want to play around a campfire, have at it. But if you want people to hear you, you got to plug into something, and that's where this comes in. All right? So here's what they did. They are thinking about multi-instrumentalists, I'm guessing. And so what they've offered are it's really two independent amps is the way I look at it. And I've got my mandolin running up top, okay? And you've got a very elaborate EQ that gives you all these different options. And in fact, it's a little complex for me. I'm not gonna kid you. I find, and that's Mesa's thing. They really give you a lot of EQ options, which is kind of a lot for me, but I know that if I lived with it more and could really get into the nuance, you can absolutely dial in just the tone you want. This is a first look, so I'm just blowing and going. I'm plugging in and twisting a couple and seeing what happens.
See what we get.
Yeah, but okay, so channel 1, where I'm plugged in, you have the option of running a mic in there. You know, so you could conceivably actually put like a vocal mic in there and do the whole like busking or coffee house thing probably through this thing. Mic in there, guitar in the other. But we're not doing that right here. Running directly in here, and then you've got all these different options like phasing, pickup or mic, then you've got your EQ, gain, etc. Effects, individual effects. And then down here you've got the secondary one where I've got my guitar plugged in, which you heard on the front of that. Same thing, without the XLR. Speaking of XLRs, there are, I'm not going to turn around because it's tough, because why would I bother? But the idea, take my word for it, there are 3 XLR outs. First XLR is for top channel, second one is for the bottom channel, and the third one is for a delicate blend of both. So dial up your mix and send the front of house both individually or one together if they're limited on how many channels they have, which is great. And you'd be amazed at how often, no matter what you're playing, be it a club or an arena or a TV show, eventually you're going to run out of channels. So they've thought of that, which is great. Another option, there's an auxiliary in the back where you could do something like plug in a drum machine.
That's right up our alley.
Yeah, right up our alley. Not entirely comfortable with that term, but yes, we have that option as well. Wait, there's more.
No.
In back, really easy switch that turns off the tweeter. There's a tweeter in there. You can either have the tweeter flat, tweeter with a built-in EQ, or the tweeter removed. And if I had this thing at a gig, and say I wanted to do a little bit of electric, I would just unplug, I'd turn off the tweeter, and voila, you get a nice little... Pretty cool, right?
Options.
Yeah, options. So, yeah, man, you could actually run an electric through this thing. I don't think it's not going to sound like like one of the Mesa Boogie triple wreck.
Yeah.
But if you're playing acoustic, you probably don't want to sound like that anyway.
True.
I mean, you're going to keep in the same genre more than likely, and so this kind of tone, awesome for that. Another option, I mean, you could. I haven't really jacked with the EQ, but let's see what it sounds like on that Dobro, just for shiz and giz. This is, and instrument-wise, this is my old Weber. What the hell? Big Sky, from my home state of Montana.
All right.
Yeah, I've had the thing like 15 years. My Taylor over here, don't know the model number, but it's just a stock Taylor. Oh, it's a GS8. And this is my old Dobro, which is like a 70 or 69. And then the Black Falcon, the dark brother to the White Falcon. Okay, I'm not even EQing it. Turn your lamp down low. Wake up, mama. Turn your lamp down low. You get it, etc., etc. But, you know, cool to have that option, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I get, I'm truly a master of none, but I play a lot of instruments, poorly, mind you, but I get a lot of calls to do the multi-instrumentalist thing. And it's really cool to have an amp that's going to cover that many voices. And again, if you really want to get into it, if you really want to follow it, you could dial in every tone you want and really jack with it, really find your mix, or find your tone in it. So a very cool option. Other bits, the built-in effects.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about that stuff. Okay, so right here, you have 3 built-in effects. I think we're on, what are we on, Hall right now? We're on Hall, looks like. So why don't I turn this up to an exaggerated amount. And I love that you can dial in, you've got a master effects there, and then individual for each channel there, so you can put in as much as you want. So if you want to get like super dreamy, you know, you got it. Then run a line out of it to a switch, and you can turn it off with just a, see, dry, wet, dry, wet, I can do this all day. You know, that's pretty dreamy, right? Cool. Let's try the next one, which I believe is Room. Let's try the next one. Next one is chorus and reverb, and let me be the first to say I'm not really a chorus guy. I managed to make it all the way through the 80s without even owning a chorus pedal, but there's a place for it. So let's see what it does on this. I mean, this is tuned. This is turned way up, but at a more subtle settings, it's probably going to be kind of nice. Even more than that. You know, not entirely, I think as a subtle thing like that, cool as can be. Or, I don't know. I mean, that's just my kind of music, but other people are way into the whole effect thing. So, shoot, man. Crank that stuff up,
Yeah.
get weird. Why not? Why not? Hey, I see that we're almost out of time, so let me just talk about one last cool thing. Can I?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. It's our show. We can do what else, man? So there's also, along with these great internal effects, you can add the effect of your choice with this effects in right there. There's an effects in and out. So the effect of my choice today was just what I happen to have laying on the floor in my living room. This delay. That's how I choose effects the same way I choose my clothes in the morning. Whatever's laying on the floor, that's my outfit for the day.
Perfect.
Yeah. So in the keeping with that, let me plug this thing into effects loop. Okay, there we go. So let me get that cranked up. We get a delay going. Okay, pretty cool, right? So turn it off. Or on. The one thing I would change on this, I think the boys in R&D, or the boys and girls, what have you, sorry about that. The team in R&D, I wish there was a way to have, I don't know if you could do it with two switches, because when I would turn off this, I would like to have the internal effects. Because the internal effects sound great. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if they had the effects loop on a separate, that way you had like a 2-button control, one for just your effects loop and one for the proprietary effects. Would that make sense?
I think so.
Okay, so Mesa, there's a
Suggestion.
so on the Rosette Model 2, maybe you might think about that. Although now I feel kind of like a dick. I shouldn't have said that. It's great as it is. Now I feel bad. It's great as it is, but I would like, because those internal effects are so good, I would love to have that option of having those whenever I want them and
combining
having the effects loop. So that's just my one little bit. Let's have the drum machine take us out of here. Oh man.